What would you do if you saw a massive hurricane with winds over 150 miles per hour heading straight for your home? Or what if a tornado was tearing through your neighborhood, picking up everything in its way? This is what millions of people have faced in Florida and nearby states this year. But imagine if, instead of rushing to evacuate or boarding your windows, you could just walk a few steps from your house and into an underground bunker built to protect you from nature's worst storms. Some people already have shelters like this, but how do civil engineers and construction teams build these strong, safe bunkers? In this video, we'll explore how these bunkers are designed, built, and made to stand up to hurricanes, earthquakes, and more. First, the question is, what exactly is an underground bunker? It's a strong, protected structure built below the ground. These bunkers are designed to keep people safe from natural disasters like hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, and even some man-made disasters. But building a bunker isn't as easy as digging a hole and pouring in some concrete. It takes careful planning, detailed civil engineering designs, and a step-by-step building process to make sure the bunker is strong enough to handle extreme forces. Most bunkers are made from something called reinforced concrete. This is a mix of concrete and steel bars called rebar that make the bunker extra strong. Civil engineers design these bunkers while thinking about important things like making sure the ground is stable, creating good drainage systems to keep the water out, and including air ventilation to make the bunker safe and comfortable for the people inside. So, who's actually building these bunkers? It's not just people who like to be extra prepared or those living far away from cities. Homeowners, businesses, and even governments are building these underground shelters to keep people safe from the increasing dangers of climate change and severe weather. In places like Florida, where hurricanes are common, some homeowners are putting underground shelters right under their driveways or garages. They can get into these shelters through hidden trap doors in the garage floor or under the driveway pavement. This way, the bunkers are hidden but easy to get to during emergencies. These shelters are built to stand up to Category 5 hurricanes, which have winds over 157 miles per hour, like the ones that hit Florida this year. The bunkers are made with several layers of reinforced concrete, steel supports, and waterproofing to keep water out and prevent flooding. In places like Oklahoma, where tornadoes are common, families are building bunkers in their backyards to protect themselves from the strongest tornadoes. Some even put these shelters under their patios or garages so they can get to them quickly when a tornado is coming. One family in Oklahoma built an underground bunker just a few feet from their back patio. Their bunker is strong enough to handle the winds of an EF5 tornado, which is the highest level on the tornado scale. EF5 tornadoes can have winds over 200 miles per hour. The engineers who designed their bunker made the roof domed to help spread out the wind pressure and reduce the chance of the roof collapsing. Even big companies and governments are building underground shelters. In Kansas, an old missile silo was turned into a giant luxury bunker for multiple families. It's called the Survival Condo and has everything from apartments to a swimming pool, gym, and even a small movie theater. This bunker was designed to survive things like a nuclear attack or an earthquake. The engineers made sure the thick concrete walls could absorb shockwaves, and the foundation was specifically built to stay strong even in areas that might have earthquakes. So, how do civil engineers design these underground bunkers to withstand such extreme natural forces? Well, they have to think about things like wind resistance and waterproofing for hurricanes, pressure changes for tornadoes, and flexible foundations for earthquakes. The main material used to build bunkers is the reinforced concrete we talked about earlier. Reinforced concrete is strong because it can handle both pushing forces, called compression, and pulling forces, called tension. Engineers calculate how thick the concrete needs to be and how much rebar to use based on the forces the bunker will face. Next, when they pick a spot for the bunker, engineers need to check a few important things. One thing they look at is the stability of the soil where the bunker will be built. They want to make sure the ground can hold the bunker's weight without shifting. If the soil is loose or sandy, they might add extra supports to make the foundation deeper. And in places that flood easily, engineers design drainage systems to keep water away from the bunker. They also use special waterproof layers, called waterproof membranes, to stop water from getting through the walls. Another thing they check is the load-bearing capacity. This tells them how much weight the soil can handle without sinking or cracking. Now, once all the calculations are checked and the design is complete, engineers can confirm that the location for the new bunker is a good fit. So, what are the steps in building it? The first step is called excavation. This is when workers use heavy equipment like backhoes and excavators to dig a hole big enough for the bunker. Next comes laying the foundation. This is one of the most important steps because it supports the entire structure. Engineers use reinforced concrete to make a super strong base. In places where earthquakes happen, they might add special materials that absorb shock to protect the bunker from damage. Then, they build the walls with more reinforced concrete, making them thick enough to stand up to natural forces. Sometimes they add extra waterproof membranes here too, which help keep water from seeping through. These membranes act like a protective skin for the walls, keeping the bunker dry during heavy rains or floods. After all that is done, the roof is built and is made to be just as strong as the walls. In places with tornadoes, they often use a dome-shaped roof to spread out the pressure from the wind, which helps prevent the roof from collapsing. And, as mentioned earlier, the entrances to the bunkers are often hidden under garages or driveways. Steel-reinforced trap doors are used so homeowners can easily access the bunker while keeping it hidden. Finally, ventilation systems are installed to make sure fresh air flows in and filters out dust and other harmful stuff. Engineers also install drainage systems around the bunker to move water away. French drains, which are trenches filled with gravel and perforated pipes, are often used to prevent flooding in and around the bunker. So, once these bunkers are built, what exactly do people put inside them? Well, as you might guess, the inside is filled with everything needed to survive. While some bunkers are simple, others are much fancier. The most important things are food and water. Many bunkers are stocked with freeze-dried or canned foods that can last for days or even weeks. Water tanks and filtration systems are often set up to make sure there's always clean drinking water. Bunkers usually have backup power sources too. Things like generators powered by gasoline or solar energy help keep the lights and important systems running, even if the power goes out. High-tech air filtration systems are used to keep the air fresh and safe to breathe. This is really important if the air outside becomes dangerous because of storms or other events. Bunkers often also have first aid kits, medical supplies, and medicine to help treat injuries or illnesses while waiting out a disaster. And for extra luxury, many bunkers have sleeping areas and living spaces. There might be beds, bathrooms, and even small kitchens to make longer stays easier. Engineers make sure to design this space so it's used as efficiently as possible. So, as you can see, building an underground bunker is no easy job. But with the help of civil engineers, these bunkers are made to handle some of the worst natural disasters. With extreme weather happening more often, the need to be ready for disasters is growing. Bunkers are becoming an important way to stay safe when disaster strikes. They can give families and communities a safe place to wait out storms and stay protected from strong winds, flooding, and flying debris. From strong concrete walls to air systems and waterproofing, every part of a bunker is designed to keep people safe and help them survive. So, the next time you hear about a big storm coming, imagine how much safer you would feel knowing that a bunker, built by expert engineers, is waiting for you right under your feet. Thanks for watching. We hope you had fun learning about the civil engineering behind underground bunkers and how they are helping people survive huge natural disasters. Be sure to check out our other videos and remember to like and subscribe to our channel because engineering is for everyone.